Welcome back. What's good with you guys, man? Before this video starts, I would like to say please slide your boy a thumbs up. Not only does it show engagement and appreciation for the video, but it allows me to be out there to multiple people other than the ones that know who I am and are looking just for Titans videos. So definitely, slide your boy a sub too if you're new. And we're going to get into this. We're going to talk about why the Titans will destroy the Colts. And I'm talking about putting them in a body bag. And everything they need to do that they did last week that'll carry over and get us an easy dub. Let's get it.
They may not catch him. They won't catch him. Touchdown, Tennessee.
So let's get straight into it. Tomorrow the Colts will be 0-3. Titans will be 2-1. Only thing that can stop that from happening is Mike Vrabel calling a play action pass at the wrong time. As you'll see throughout these highlights, which is what I'm going to talk about in this video, and our keys to victory, a lot of things we did not need to do to even get down that low. There was too much passing unnecessarily, and they gave Derrick Henry the ball only when they realized that everything else they did sucked. We can't keep playing like that. We can't only feed Derrick Henry when we realize everybody else is just, Once you realize Ryan Tannehill, he's a first-read quarterback. If his first target isn't open, he's probably going to make one of the most terrible decisions you can make during a game. And we can't lead. We can't lead every game, with that mindset. Like let's lead on Ryan and think Ryan is going to produce. He will if the defense is trash, but most defenses nowadays aren't that bad. You don't really ever see defenses just getting gashed apart, unless it's ours, because for some strange reason every week we seem to leave a receiver wide open or just get burnt completely. And I understand we have Malcolm Butler 2.0, but that's not an excuse. It's really not. He's getting paid millions. Right now we're going to talk about the keys to victory, and we're going to talk about everybody last week that was the keys, and we're going to talk about the remaining keys that are still here this week. So 1 and 2, obviously Derrick Henry. But we're not going to have any Derrick Henry highlights in this video because we talked about Derrick Henry for the entirety of last video, which is, if you want to see that, the link will be in the description. And we gave him his praise, his respect then. So this key that we're going to talk about now, Julio Jones, he's number 3. Derrick Henry is 1 and 2. We already know that. So Julio Jones is number 3. He definitely showed that, hey, I can still catch, I can still run, I'm still powerful, I'm still one of the best receivers in the league. I like to see that. Even though they called back his touchdown, which I can say if I didn't see people toe drag swag, we call it. If I didn't see people do that, I would be like, yeah, that's not a touchdown. But I see so many people drag their toes and get touchdowns and catches. So how does the back of a man's heel touching the out of bounds line, even though his toes got down, constitute as not a catch? It's just, it's conflicting to the previous rules and the previous things we've seen be successful in the NFL. So that just made no sense to me. But this week he has to get about 8 catches. Realistically, about 8. It has to be him. And it has to be AJ. AJ is going to be number 4 this week, because AJ was very bad last week. He caught a couple catches, but realistically he was targeted 9 times. He dropped about 5 catches. That's ridiculous. So we'll get on him in a little bit. But the way that Julio played, as you can see, definitely touched the first toe down. Second toe came down. So when they took that back, it was like, okay, they're conflicting against the rules that we already know. So I'm like, okay, Seahawks are going to win that easily. But Julio came and played still. He didn't drop any catches. He ran hard. He blocked. He made everything possible for us to win. So the way Julio is playing right now, if he can play that way throughout the entire season, guess what? I don't want to sound too much of a fan, but guess what? Super Bowl bound, baby. Going to Super Bowl for sure. That's a lot of good teams, but it only takes a couple mistakes, a couple things that allows anybody to win or lose. As long as we have Derrick Henry, we always have a chance to win. Julio Jones gives us an entirely different feel to the team. He can run. Julio Jones is still a 4.4 runner. Let's not get that wrong. He's still very fast. Put him with A.J. Brown actually being good, Come on now. AJ Brown catches almost everything. Last week, I don't know, maybe somebody spiked his water or something. Something happened, but that wasn't AJ Brown. The conclusion for Julio is he needs about 8 catches, 90 through 120 yards, and a touchdown. A touchdown puts us in front of the Colts because the Colts don't really have consistent options. They definitely do have fast receivers. But I'll be honest, I'm one of the guys that don't believe in Carson Wentz. I don't know who he was the first year or second year that showed that he was an MVP guy, but that guy died. I don't know when he died, and I don't know who killed him, but he definitely isn't a part of life anymore. So this is an easy dub for us. The Colts are definitely a team that I expect to teabag. I expect to embarrass. I expect to, we're going to body bag them. And Julio's going to be one of the main factors. Number 3. So we're going to get into number 4, Mr. A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown needs about, let's say, 10 catches. Even though I'm giving him more catches, is because now that Julio had a great game last week, they're going to pay more attention to him. But that's Julio Jones. He's still going to do well. So A.J. Brown, I expect to get off and show, hey, I'm still A.J. Brown. You got to guard me too. We 1-2 punch. So A.J. can get about 10 catches, couple catches over the middle, couple deep. Colts are a defense that doesn't bend. But I'm going to say doesn't break, but they do bend. They don't really give up a lot of deep plays and deep passes. But over the middle, and let's say some out routes and maybe a couple deep passes here and there, AJ will probably end up with around 10 catches. Let's say 100 yards. Because he's not going to have too much space to just run raw. And if he does more than that, then I'm happy. But we don't need too much from him. We just need a little bit from him. Because I do want to add in, Michael Pruitt played very well last week. He was a tight end that probably hasn't started since, playing with the Vikings. He came in, he ran hard. He showed that, hey, I can be a starting tight end also. And if he plays like that, I'll give him Ferkser's job. Ferkser runs routes very good, but Michael Pruitt showed break tackle ability. Anybody can run with the ball after the catch. Definitely is an important player on your team. So Michael Pruitt definitely, let's give him a thumbs up for this week. He played well, and if he continues to catch 5-yard passes and turns it into 10, 15, very dangerous player for us, because now you don't only have to worry about Julio and AJ. Michael Pruitt is in there. He's not one of the keys, but he's very important. So we're going to go past AJ now because AJ just has to redeem himself. Played absolutely ass cheeks last week, and we need more from AJ this week. So now we're on key number 5. I truly expect for the Titans to play amazing defense. The Colts are not a score 40-point team. They're also not a team that's going to wow you with their offense. Carson Wentz, of course, is mobile. Jonathan Taylor is fast. The receivers, they're okay. But, since it's a divisional game, it's going to be a nasty game. There's going to have to be a lot of running the ball. And if they start to dominate us, it's because we were not ready. But if you're ready, the Colts cannot beat us. They cannot beat the Tennessee Titans. And I expect us to dominate everybody in our division for the rest of this year. So at this point right now, defense has to show up. I'm expecting Jeffrey Simmons to get at least 2 sacks. He's playing over the center. He's not playing over, Big Q. So I expect him to give a lot of pressure up the middle. Big Q is going to lock his man down. But we just need to take him out of the, the blocking scheme. If he can get locked up and has to always focus on one man, no double team blocks, Jeffrey Simmons will create a lot of pressure up the middle. Then we have somebody like Jayon Brown, Rashawn Evans, maybe blitzing here and there. And, man, I don't want to say this, but I think Janoris Jenkins will actually play lockdown coverage this game. Malcolm Butler 2.0 might actually be pretty good this game because the Colts are not an explosive team. They're about to be 0-3. So as far as Kevin Byard, maybe an interception or 2. I can see that. I can truly see our defense, finally showing up. No more wide open receivers. If it does happen, I'll be the first to, get on their asses. But if not, that'll be the Titans putting the entire division on notice. Our defense is ready. We have the best running back. Our quarterback is solid. Our receivers are elite. It's our division, baby, for sure. So I apologize for the late upload. If you guys want to hear me speak more and share my thoughts on basketball opinions, definitely subscribe to Flight Sports TV. I've been on the panel speaking, sharing my thoughts, asking questions, truly facilitating conversation, and having fun while doing it. So you also can check me out on King Fuse's Lit House. I'll speak on there occasionally, and we got a lot more coming. This is just the beginning. So appreciate you guys for checking out the video, and we out. Peace.